Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Pro Wrestling Karnage presents Marcho Madness. Oh yeah! And now as we get back on track, we turn our attentions to this man. The Outbreak champion, your girlfriend's favorite wrestler, Dale Johnson, is accompanied by the untouchable Liam Jones. Together these two men have been very, very dangerous here in Karnage. Gold standard they may call themselves, but I don't think they hold themselves to any kind of high standards at all. Aside, of course, from the standard of being the Outbreak champion. Dale Johnson is guarding that championship with his life. Didn't take him too long to get it, but it also may not take him too long to lose it if he gets complacent. Unfortunately for us, he has his big friend, his big bodyguard there. And as talented as Dale Johnson may be, I think he may have an over-reliance on his gold standard brethren. But tonight he goes one-on-one with Shane Hooker. A first time ever match. The young upstart versus one of the most arrogant yet exceptionally talented wrestlers this company's ever seen. Yes, calling Dale Johnson talented does cause me physical pain. But as he gets in the ring now, I gotta remind you of a couple of things when it comes to this man. This man and Shane Hooker, they have come into contact before here in Karnage, but never in a singles match. It was a six-man tag, it was all the way back at the second mutation, both men's debut, and in that match, Dale Johnson and the rest of the gold standard took it upon themselves to brutally attack Shane Hooker, try to take him out when he first started. But Hooker continued, he progressed, and tonight he looks to become Outbreak champion on the back of all of that viciousness from Gold Standard, on the back of all the arrogance on display from Dale Johnson. Shane Hooker looks to embarrass your girlfriend's favorite wrestler and become, for the first time in his career, a champion. Liam Jones there trying to sell his merch, but this young man doesn't need to sell anything to us aside from the fact that he's a phenomenal professional wrestler. Slam the door on his title reign, why don't you? Shane Hooker on his way out here tonight at Marcho Madness. JK's coming alive for this young man. Of course, the first No Mercy Wrestling Iron Cobra winner. Tough tournament over there, defeating one of our own, Kenny Mantra, the man that Dale Johnson himself defeated to become the Outbreak champion. Can Shane Hooker tonight, as I said, for the first time, hold championship gold? Can he walk away with a title, or will Dale Johnson do what Dale Johnson does best and win? And again, that's painful for me to say. Important to say as well, referee in this match, Leon Cage, longtime friend of Shane Hooker. Not sure he's best friends with Dale Johnson, but then again, aside from Liam Jones, who is? Definitely not me. But that championship seems to be his friend right now.
From Mountain Ash, he is the Iron Cobra, Shane Hooker!
The Iron Cobra himself, Mr. Outbreak, perhaps, after tonight.
And his opponent, from Tennessee, representing Gold Standard, he is 170 pounds of raw sex appeal. He is your girlfriend's favorite wrestler. He is the reigning, defending Karnage Outbreak champion, Dale Johnson!
The man of 1,000 nicknames, Dale Johnson, But one moniker that he may lose tonight is that of the reigning defending Karnage Outbreak champion. If I had anything to do with it, he wouldn't have been in the first place, but there we are. I digress. Some of the tactics Dale Johnson has utilized in his time so far at Karnage leave a little bit to be desired. The use of outside interference and chairs and God knows what else at his disposal. But it got him to the Outbreak Championship. And no matter how you get there, it is the winning that counts. As you see that beautiful Outbreak Championship belt. And now we are underway. Bit of a feeling out process to start this match. As I said, both of these men very talented in their own rights. Shane Hooker training at No Mercy Wrestling Dojo and New Wave Wrestling. Dale Johnson training everywhere that he can, but primarily at the moment training at Evolution and also dipping his toe into New Wave as well as he's sent off into the ropes. Shoulder tackle sends the challenger down. Little pose there, but not for long. Kip up from Shane Hooker. Into the ropes we go once again. Lucky not to trip there was Dale Johnson. And again, caught with a huge drop kick. And now the champion's on the back foot early on. The crowd lighting up for the Iron Cobra. Champion sent off into the corner, but able to reverse up and over. The challenger goes. Back flip, roll through. This is just some of the incredible agility from Shane Hooker as he catches him there with a Gamangiri. And now he's a bit stagger-legged. Is Dale Johnson having to be fanned down by Liam Jones. He's using the fire. Got to get something under him early on in this match. Even if it is the merchandise of one Jimmy Taylor. Over the top rope he goes. Shane Hooker now taking the champion down again. Great early start for the challenger here. He needs to try and capitalize on this. Important to note, you cannot win that championship on the outside, Shane. You're going to have to get him in to the ring. And maybe avoid a kick to the head like he did just there. Dale Johnson now trying to get some feeling into his leg, it looks like. May have caught himself on the way down. Off the apron he goes, the hardest part of the ring, so I am told. Read that once. It's Dale Johnson now chasing the challenger into the ring. Deep cover, didn't hook any legs. That could have been the difference maker there, but again, it's quite early in this match. May have been too early to tell. Dale Johnson now choking Hooker on the ropes. Referee trying to create some separation. As we look for a suplex. Drops him down into a cover again. And into the push-ups. Dale Johnson loves to taunt. He loves to get in his opponent's head. Loves to show the crowd what he's made of. Kick to the face of Shane Hooker. This is the kind of wrestler that Dale Johnson is. He's arrogant, he's brash, but he can get the job done. He's a tough striker. He knows exactly what he needs to do. Unfortunately, a lot of the times, he does try and take the back alleys, a little bit of a darker route. Now taunting the crowd. Shane Hooker able to catch him with the back elbow, bit of a foot to the face there. A kick, some people would call that. Out of the way does the champion go, and a knee to the side of the head. Takes Hooker down. Into the cover once more. Gonna have to do a little bit more than that to walk away as champion tonight, Dale. But he knows that. There is something in his head. He's brewing something up. He's got a lot of moves at his disposal. Whether it's a curb stomp, a styles clash, I should say. Sorry, this match is going to be tongue-tied, and Liam Jones on the outside choking Shane Hooker. The referee's distracted by Dale Johnson. Again, trying to show off his merch while he's trying to take out Shane Hooker. It's reprehensible from Liam Jones, but that is the standard they hold themselves to, I suppose. The gold standard they hold themselves to. Dale Johnson dragging Shane Hooker into the ring. Not much respect was had in that. Knee drop. Quite an arrogant pin again from Dale Johnson. Not the nicest fella to know. Shane Hooker trying to fight back. Couple of strikes to the abdomen. Caught him under the jaw. And a dirty nut from Dale Johnson. Sends the challenger down. Draped over the ropes. Not a place you want to be. But he is giving Shane a little moment there to catch his breath. To revive himself maybe. And that could be a mistake in a match with someone the caliber of Shane Hooker. Back suplex. Not going immediately into the cover. Could be a mistake. Choking him in that pin there. He is far from the nicest guy you're ever going to meet, is Dale Johnson. But to say that he's not effective would be a bold-faced lie. As now we've got Shane Hooker in the corner, trapping him with those strikes. And the challenger trying to get out of the way. Lovely 1 foot drop kick there. Planting Hooker down. This is the kind of thing you can expect for Dale Johnson. The arrogance on display, the feeding off of the crowd, and now, hey, why not? Hydration, brother. Get that drink in. But Shane Hooker is in a bad way now, but do not count him out. You would make a huge mistake if you bet against this young man. He is one of the toughest SOBs going. But I don't care how tough you are, you get hit with a Hail Sabin from Dale Johnson and you're going to be feeling it in the morning. Even if you're able to kick out. He may be able to kick out, but he's not able to get to a full vertical base. Not able to get both feet on the ground. Now into the corner he goes, up and over again. A back flip and a sick kick from Dale Johnson. And that could be all she wrote. Thanks for coming, Shane Hooker. Or maybe not. Maybe not. The Iron Cobra. Just as I was saying, don't count him out. I almost fell victim to that myself. The Iron Cobra is not out yet. You're going to have to cut the head off this Snake, Dale. Now toying with him. Kicking him in the head. This isn't to cause too much damage. This is just to get at him. This is just to annoy him, wind him up. And that may be where Dale Johnson went wrong. I say that as he catches him with a fierce strike. But Shane Hooker got all the fight in the world in him. He's going back. Capoeira kick. Dale Johnson's on wobbly legs now. And the crowd feeding Shane Hooker right now, getting so far behind him. Catching Dale once again in the corner, sending him off. Able to catch himself with Shane Hooker, able to stop himself from any further damage for the moment. Backflip over the top, he goes. Kick to the side of the head of Dale Johnson once again. And now Shane Hooker goes to where he's most comfortable, that top rope. But what is he thinking? He could be thinking of becoming champion with Soul Breach! And just like that, we have a new Outbreak champion. Dale Johnson just kicked. He just kicked out of the Soul Breach. I don't know that I've ever seen that before here in Carnage. That maneuver has defeated some of the very best. It has been the undoing of the likes of Kenny Mantra. But tonight, on this night, it is not the undoing of Dale Johnson, but that 619 on the apron. It's definitely not going to help the champion in this match. But the aerial wherewithal of Shane Hooker, taking himself to the middle rope. What's he thinking? Moonsault! Not just catching Dale Johnson, but also Liam Jones as well. If you take him out, that helps you out a lot, because Liam Jones, very dangerous to have on the outside there. Shane Hooker doing something very, very clever indeed. Trying to take him out, but now could be the exclamation mark, and Liam Jones up again. Trying to catch the foot of Shane Hooker, make sure he can't finish Dale Johnson off. The referee now sending Liam Jones to the back. Goodbye. But it might be too little too late for Shane Hooker, as Dale Johnson able to capitalize on the momentary distraction and force his unspeakables, his unmentionables into the top rope there. Superplex. Don't want to fall victim to that at any stage of your career, but early on that can cause a lot of damage. Can have a lot of long-term effects can fall from that top rope. But Liam Jones has been neutralized. It is now 1-on-1. Hooker versus Johnson. That Outbreak Championship hanging in the balance. Who will get the magic maneuver? Who will hit that final kill shot? And who will walk out of JK's here in Britain Ferry, your Outbreak champion? The man who walked into this with a title has designs of grandeur for himself, but that super kick may have completely changed those. Off the middle rope he goes. Not sure he was able to get all of that code breaker. Dale Johnson blocked it a little bit, but couldn't quite get away from all of the damage. But he could get away from that pinning predicament. And it all came down to ring positioning. You're just a little bit too close to those ropes, Shane. You need to get him in the center. Dale Johnson very, very wise to reach for that rope. Very wise to break that pinning combination from Shane Hooker. But will he be wise enough to counter this? 450 splash, yes, moved out of the way. Kick to the knee. Curb stop into the Styles Clash. Stropageddon. And just like that, we have a retention. Oh no, we don't. Just when you think you've seen it all, we get a kick out. Shane Hooker with the heart of a lion and the pride to go with it. Able to withstand Strobageddon. But will he withstand this? Swanton bomb from Dale Johnson into the cover and a kick out again. Dale Johnson is just like me. He can't believe this. He's questioning now, what does he have to do to put Shane Hooker away? One of the toughest men in this company. I struggle to believe that this young man is barely in his 20s. As Dale Johnson sends him out, demanding that the referee count out the challenger. He can retain this way, of course. Dale Johnson not to say too much about him, but Dale Johnson isn't exactly the kind of guy that would need a pinfall victory to feel accomplished with himself. Trying to settle for a count-out victory in a title match. Of course, if it's within the rules and you can do it. What's he thinking? Not on the floor. DDT to Shane Hooker. And that's enough to turn your stomach. The head of Hooker bouncing off the wooden floor at JK's. And once again, he wants to retain this championship by any means necessary, and an easy way to do that is by count out. Referee up to 5, and Shane Hooker has not moved since that DDT. Up to 9. Just barely in this match. He's hanging on. I'm not sure how comfortably, but he's hanging on. There is still fight in him left. What the hell? Did he just slap the referee? Oh, Dale Johnson, you've done...
Here is Shane Hooker.
Shane Hooker wins, but a title can't change hands.
Champion's advantage. Still your Outbreak champion, Dale Johnson.
Dale Johnson getting out of dodge as quickly as he can. He's still the champion, but Shane Hooker, he was still in this match. If this match went a minute longer, he could have had it. He could have become the Outbreak champion, and Dale knew that. He slapped the referee, caused a disqualification, and retained his championship by champion's advantage. As crafty and as reprehensible as that may be, very clever from Dale Johnson. Still your Outbreak champion. But Shane Hooker's not going to be happy with that. Not only did he put his hands on his best friend, but he cost him the Outbreak championship. Shane Hooker did not lose that match. He won that match, but not the right way. Not the way that matters, and not the way that gets him the Outbreak championship. Where do we go next for the Iron Cobra?